So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing is Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14, Vikings, nothing.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down the 20-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4.
On the give, this is Harris. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Eason. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Evan McPherson on for the field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And this one out quickly to James. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
At the 31-yard
line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Watch the screen.
To throw, Bridgewater. Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
off the field.
On first down, Jacob Eason. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Eason to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun is Eason. That is caught by Cohen. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Seahawks.
1st and 10, Eason. And he completes it to Cohen. Touchdown, Seahawks. Tariq Cohen, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Seahawks are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Vikings, nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll go option to the short side. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and 10.
Bridgewater now. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. 4 down. Mike 35. Mike 35. Check pass.
Bridgewater to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie corner, Pat Surtain. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Complete to Najee Harris. A A gain of 13 yards.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up. Here's 2nd and 10. Eason going for it all. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Eason. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jamar Chase with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Seahawks are running away with this one. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will swell by one more.
31. Vikings, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the tackle there, Natrell Jamerson out of Wisconsin.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Bridgewater. And the catch made by Hilton. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Eason sacked. A loss of 8 yards.
So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Big Christian Barmore was there on the tackle.
At the 21-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. James has got it. Complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. Caught left side by Hilton. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Here's Eason off the play fake. Oh, great grab by Chase. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Now Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
Eason sets to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Mo Alley-Cox. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working.
35's the mic. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater looking deep for Hilton. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Josh Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start the drive with Harris. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Eason. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead.
45. Vikings, nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. Here's Bridgewater. This is caught by Hilton. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. T.Y. Hilton, 81 yards. And the Vikings are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter.
Chris Boswell set to kick.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 29. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Bridgewater. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th.
Mike 35, Mike 35.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Eason. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's going to try and go deep again. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 40-yard line.
Pick up of 44 yards on the play.
Play action. It's Eason.
First down.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one is incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Going deep here for Watkins. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Do what we do.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for two. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by the rookie Tyson Campbell. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Hey, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Throwing is Eason. Quick slant caught by Chase.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Eason. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Seahawks.
They'll throw on first down with Eason.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
How did that not connect? That's one of the rare deep balls he hasn't hit so far. 5 touchdowns already. And you see he's still airing it out. I wonder if he's getting run plays that are sent in, and he's switching them to deep passes.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Here's Eason to throw. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
From the gun is Eason. Open man is Chase, complete.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Back to throw again. And he finds Beasley complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Seahawks first down.
On first down, Jacob Eason.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Justin Simmons. There he goes, right side. 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
26-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. Throwing after the interception, Eason. That's going to be caught by Ali Cox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Seahawks.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First and 10, Eason.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did. But
yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
and now here's another interception.
Picked off by the rookie from Virginia Tech, Caleb Farley.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. They're practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Eason. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Rolling to his left. Open man left side, it's the tight end Trimble. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Caleb Farley, the first-round pick back in April, there on the tackle. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Second and 9. To throw, Bridgewater. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. This is going to be taken in by the Seahawks. And it would appear they're on their way to victory now. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. We're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bomb